Hello YouTube. I've come back with another For Honor video. I know, what a surprise. But I'm going to try something different today. Instead of recording myself talking while I'm playing the matches, I'm recording myself afterwards, and I'm going to kind of try to commentate over what's going on. And just see how this goes. Alright, so as you can see, my first opponent here is a Gladiator. Or, my opponent's first character is Gladiator, and I am of course playing Lawbringer again. Now Lawbringer, while I have mentioned in the past that with these changes Lawbringer feels a lot better, but I came to the conclusion that he was a lot better before I realized how strong all these other characters, specifically Gladiator, are. Not to say Lawbringer is weak in comparison, well, not to say Lawbringer is weak. Like, I still definitely can beat any, pretty much, actually, yeah, probably any character in the game with Lawbringer. It just comes down to whether I can read my opponents or not, but Lawbringer definitely does not have the edge on anyone. There's a very satisfying parry there. I probably should have lost that battle, but he threw one too many dodge lights, and I predicted it.
Round two.
Alright, so for this, from now on, I'm pretty sure this Gladiator doesn't throw... He still throws like one or two dodge lights, but he pretty much refrains from doing so because he knows I can parry it now. Now, if they don't nerf Gladiator's zone by the time these patches actually go live, changes actually go live, I'm going to be very disappointed and surprised, because not only is it a very easy to hit and hard to avoid attack, it also does 27 damage. And even if you do dodge the punch and parry the attack, you still only get a heavy parry punish. And there's that guard break finish. Now, at this point in the game, in case you couldn't tell from the execution I chose, I was very annoyed at him because he's playing Gladiator, and I was also very satisfied with myself because I beat him 2 rounds in a row.
Round three.
Starting off with a solid parry there. It's very scary to try to parry things now, in my opinion, because especially with Lawbringer, if you try to parry something that's not actually being thrown, you're just so wide open to guard breaks or whatever. As you can see here, I just got light spammed, and this is a great demonstration of how little out of stamina pressure Lawbringer has. I just wish they would do something with his long arm that would make it an actual threat and a viable option. I think that would be very cool. Because right now, in my humble Lawbringer main opinion, Lawbringer has like the basics he needs to survive pretty much, but he lacks like the option specific tools that a lot of these other characters have that would bring him truly to be like a good character. Now, I wouldn't mind if they didn't buff Lawbringer and took away some of these other tools from other characters. I would be fine with that too. See, here's another example of how bad Lawbringer's out of stamina pressure is. You can react to everything.
Round 5.
There you can see me trying to parry something that already hit me. And here, in stark contrast, is Gladiator's out of stamina pressure, although he kind of messed up that punish there. I don't know what that was. And there it is. Classic unblockable feint and delight to finish off the round. I was very nervous when typing this message, I don't know if you could tell, because I didn't want this guy to go off on me in case he thought that Gladiator was like weak or something. And when he said never, that didn't really help, because I was like, oh, what if he really likes Gladiator, he thinks he's underpowered, blah, blah, blah. And then he sent this. And then I immediately bonded with this man. And we went to the next match. So for this match, I'm playing Armusha, he's playing Warden.
Round 1.
Not the best matchup for me, not gonna lie. But then I also just don't like fighting Warden in general, if I'm being honest. And that's very unfortunate there. I had sort of the read right, I just got the timing way off. This guy's lights are getting the better of me. And his bashes. But there's that satisfying blade blockade, and out of stamina. You hate to see it.
Defeat.
He just finishes me off with a mercy top light there, instead of going for the double light.
Round 2.
Warden's an interesting character, because to me, he just seems blatantly overpowered with his ability to do whatever he wants with his shoulder bash. And I do mean whatever he wants with it. But I also don't really see... That's not really true. It would be hard to fix it without bringing him back to the way he was, where he was just kind of a meh character. Because without his current state of his shoulder bash, you could pretty much just counter it with like a guard break anytime.
Round 3.
I think that's how it used to be. But now he can just feint it whenever, and he can punish you for trying to guard break punish him, or he can let it go. It's just a whole big mess. I don't even know if his shoulder bash is necessarily unhealthy for the game in its current state. It's just really annoying to deal with. And the shoulder bash might not be that... Actually, to be honest, or to be fair I should say, since they lowered the damage on his heavies and on his lights, the shoulder bash isn't that big of a problem now. Before, when he would get that fully charged shoulder bash on you and then get that 40 damage heavy, that was ridiculous. But now the heavy is down to 26, and the double light's down to 16, so it's not really that big of a deal. So I don't really have that big of a problem. Okay, just now, when I locked onto him, it showed a guard break symbol for a very split second. And it's been doing that a lot recently, and I don't know why. But it is very annoying because, I mean, I still might have gotten hit by his attack that he threw, but it definitely didn't help that there was a little guard break indicator there.
Defeat.
And there it is, the classic, both people are at 1 health, so both people zone and the faster zone wins. I really should have predicted it. Because, I mean, of course the Warden's gonna zone. He's Warden, he has a good zone. But I didn't, and I got hit. That was that quick match. On to the next. Final match is between me as Valkyrie and this guy on PK. I seem to end up in this position a lot. Valkyrie versus Peacekeeper, or Valkyrie versus another Valkyrie. It's interesting. Now, I'm not quite sure how that attack hit me, but it did. Alright, here's something that I'm not sure about. That zone, it kind of looks like it's guaranteed. I know just then I tried to throw a light because I kind of expected it and I wanted to crush and counter it, because that might have been enough damage to save me, maybe. But also, I don't think you can crush and counter when you're out of stamina, so it's kind of a moot point anyways. And this guy doesn't know either. We both kind of think it isn't guaranteed, but it's happened multiple times in this duel. And I wasn't able to block it the second time, even though I expected it. But I also could have just been bad. It could just be one of those, depends on where your guard is, whether it's guaranteed or not. Valkyrie's third sidelight is so weird because it's slower, but no one ever seems to expect it. And there's a solid double superior block finish there. You love to see it. I mean, you love to see deflect more, but superior block is pretty nice. That sweep, more and more people don't get hit by it. It makes me a little sad. You can pretty much throw it out. You see, there it is. I got hit by that zone, even though I knew it was coming. And here I am trying in desperation to deal enough damage to kill the Peacekeeper first. But going back to what I was saying, that sweep, you can pretty much get away with it once per duel if you use it somewhere in the middle or towards the end. But even then, some people just never get hit by it. And that's fine. I think Peacekeeper, well, Peacekeeper too, but I think Valkyrie is in a pretty good place right now. She's definitely not OP. She seems like she has enough tools. And if you play her right, you can win. And it feels really good when you do play her right. Ah, here it is. I'm not sure if I'm actually getting max damage out of that. It could be possible that I can get more. But from my experiences, that is the max damage.
Victory.
I always love it also when I just throw a side heavy and someone tries to dodge because they think I'm shield bashing.
Round 5.
That makes me feel like, yes, I did it. I outsmarted my opponent. I did the other thing instead of the first thing. Although I don't even know if outsmarted is the right word. Because in For Honor, it's all really just about which one, or like, in mix-ups specifically. It's all about which move am I going to do this time. So in theory, it doesn't actually matter anything you've done before, because you could just do something differently at any time. Even like, yeah, I know there's conditioning and all that stuff, But it's still just whether your opponent guesses the right one or not, and whether they have the mechanical skill to follow up on that. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this format. If you want to see me do more, or if you never want to see me again. Well, never want to see me do it again, but either one. Yeah, like and subscribe. Later.